Hope for today's families.
Hope for today's family.
Hope for today's families.
Hope for today's families.
There are many places in which the voice of the minister cannot be heard, places which can be reached only by our publications, books, papers, and tracts filled with the Bible truths that the people need. The mission of publishing ministries is evangelism and the nurturing of church members. Ellen White encouraged members to sell or give away our literature. Let every believer scatter broadcast tracts, leaflets, and books containing the message for this time.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church has dedicated 2019 as the Year of the Family. The church has also gone further to introduce and produce a book, Hope for Today's Families, which can be an answer to the ills and the plight of families that we get and face as families.
You need to read this book, Hope for Today's Families, in order to get tips on how to have a successful marriage and a happy family.
Chapter 1. The Family, God's Invention.
We are the Mapuma family.
Family, a word that stirs up a warm feeling in everyone in the world. It gives us a sense of belonging, making us feel safe and secure.
Families are God's invention. His plan is for families to be a source of happiness. But things haven't always worked out. There is divorce, there is disrespect, there is anger, and some of these things have led to broken down families.
Truth is, there is no perfect family because there are no perfect people, but there is hope for today's family.
The quality of family life depends on the quality of communication. So,
make the commitment to communicate.
Chapter 2. Marriage, God's Way.
In the second chapter, Willie and Elaine talk of marriage as an awesome, wonderful, and difficult institution that was created by God to reflect His image through an erring couple, that is, husband and wife. One of the things they emphasize in keeping love strong in marriage is speaking positively about one's marriage. 2, capitalizing on likes rather than dislikes of a certain partner.
Chapter 3. Parenting for Success.
Children are a blessing from the Lord, and parenting, if done right, can be such a wonderful experience. One thing that I have learned from this chapter, one thing that really stands out, is our children will not really do what we say, but they will do what we do. If you're being kind to the next person and their child is watching, they'll learn that kindness is good. If you tell the truth, the children will learn that telling the truth is of utmost importance. So I urge you, get this book and read it.
Chapter 4. Rock or Sand.
On what foundation is your marriage built? On rock or on sand? Those marriages that are built on the rock, Jesus Christ, will uphold God's principles of love, faithfulness, integrity, and decency. Those that are built on sand will give way to loose morals. Choose to build your marriage on the rock, Jesus Christ.
Chapter 5. Becoming Intimate Allies.
For husbands and wives, my dear young people, realize that you can be intimate socially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Take time through the book. You will find how you can be intimate through Christ.
Chapter 6. Communicating with Grace.
So many families have broken down because of poor communication. It is wise men and women that consider the art of communication as important that will build their families to be better.
Chapter 7. No Excuse for Abuse.
Chapter 7 talks about the abuses that are there in families today. And what surprised me in that chapter is that some people use the Bible or theology to justify abuse. But the good news is that there is a solution to the problem. There can be healing and restoration for those families who want to be healed and restored back to the image of God.
Chapter 8. How to prevent marital distress and divorce.
In chapter 8, what I found is when you have got a problem, ask God to help you. Pray each and every time.
Chapter 9. Finding peace as a single person.
I found it interesting that it is important to set values early in your life and to live by these values and to trust God to guide you to live by these values each day of your life. I encourage each single person out there to have your copy, read it, and share it with others.
In the face of the endless list of challenges that are affecting the family today, I'm happy to let you know that 2019 is the year of the family in the Adventist Church. I therefore charge you to share a book, share hope, serve the family, and live for mission.
Hope.
Hope. Hope. Hope for today's families.